to tell you a story about a wild horse that no one could catch because it was stronger than any other horse. But this wise old man, he tied up his old donkey and lassoed the horse and just left the horse lassoed to the donkey. Of course, the horse was way stronger than the donkey and it would just take off running and it just dragged the donkey. The old man went home, went to sleep, and the next morning, the horse and the donkey were both in his barn. What happened? The horse didn't have a goal. It was wild. It would just run this way, then it would run that way, then it would run forward, then it would run backward. And the donkey, every time he'd get pulled by the horse until the horse got tired, and then he'd get up and start walking towards the farm, walking towards the farm, walking towards the farm. The horse would take off running another way, get dragged. But the donkey had a goal. It was gonna always head towards that one barn. The horse kept going random ways, and in the end, the donkey was able to take the horse to the barn. This is an interesting story about the importance of goals. It's so important that we put goals in our lives, where we want to achieve, where we're going to go, so that we have a direction, so that we have a vision, determine how we're going to achieve that. But as we set up the goals in our lives, we need to calculate, we need to see how much, what can I do, where can I get, and figure that out. But we as Christians, we have God on our side. And I like to always add in, whenever I'm making my goals, I like to add in the God factor. And that is, what is it that I can do on my own strength, but what is it that God wants me to achieve? What is it that I can only do with His help? And that's the God factor I want to always put in my goals. Goals that are greater than what I can do on my own strength, so that I have to rely on God. It has to be miraculous. It has to be through prayer and fasting and seeking God and seeking direction from Him. In Ephesians chapter 3, verse 20-21, it says that God can do immeasurably more than anything that we can think or imagine. He can do so much more than we can achieve with our own strength, with our own mind, with our own goals. And not only that, in Isaiah 55 verses 8 and 9, it talks about how God's plans are so much higher than our plans. God's ways are so much higher than our ways, and we can't even understand it. So whenever you're gonna make your goals, write down your goals, pray about it. See what is it that God wants you to put in your life. Goals for your family, goals for your job, goals for your personal life with Jesus, goals with your ministry and where you're serving with the church and how much you're giving. Any kind of goal in your life, don't forget to pray about it and put in the God factor. What is it that God wants to achieve that's above and beyond what you can do on your own strength? Because then we have to depend on God, and then our victory is so much bigger. Our reach is so much bigger. What we are going to achieve is going to be so much more awesome than humanly possible for the honor and glory of God. Let's do this and let's change the world.